Hello Aquarius, welcome to your reading for May the 16th through to the 23rd, and as always it's going to be general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. And we're going to welcome in the archangels, ascended masters, light beings such as the Andromedans, Arcturians, Pleiadians, Sirians, Blue Avians and many others. And as always, you're most welcome to use your own intuition with the images on these cards. And let's also welcome our higher selves and any other animal spirit guides you may have, such as, animal, ancestral or dragon guides, Aquarius. Okay, let's have a look here. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the Call or Awakening. Two aces here to start. Aquarius, there's something that you have received an insight about, or you've had some great ideas, and it could be regarding this Ace of Pentacles here, a new venture, a new job, a new project, a new health and well-being regime, something new that you're moving into. So I have a feeling that just recently, excuse me, maybe you started something new. Let's have a look and we'll just see if you have been, if you're in that energy now of something or other. Okay, we'll just have a look. The King of Swords. Wow, the Hermit. Six of Pentacles and the Magician. Okay. So at the moment, I think maybe you've started, or maybe you're still thinking about it a bit more, but you have the Ace of the King of Swords and the Hermit. So you could be thinking a lot about this thing, Aquarius. I feel like you're going within here with your Hermit. Maybe you're planning, maybe you're taking some time out to work things through. King of Swords is air of air, so a lot of thinking processes, a lot of analysis. Maybe you're planning some things. I feel like this is I'm not sure if you've been thinking about this sort of thing, this particular project or job or whatever for quite a while, or if it's something that does require you to work in a solitary manner. Okay, maybe that's what you're doing here. Maybe you're writing something. Maybe you're writing a book, something like that, or maybe you're working with technology in some way. Underlying theme is that you're looking to create some balance now. Six of Pentacles. And you have your inner magician here, or the enchanter in this deck. So if you're feeling, Aquarius, as though maybe you are spending a lot of time working on your own, maybe you are using your mind a lot, I think you're looking at creating some balance here. Actually, general direction moving forward, it's interesting because you have the Nine of Swords energy, which is sword energy, sword again, King of Swords, Ace of Swords, King, and the Nine. And maybe there's something about this job role or project that's kind of, it could be causing you a bit of stress. Okay. But with this, we have this awakening card or the call. So general direction moving forward could be that you're going to be sort of, I guess, remedying or healing this stress, the stressful aspect of the work or the project or something in your life that's stressful by answering this call. And it could well have something to do with maybe using music or doing more music in your life, using music in your life. She's also moving there, so movement, maybe being out in nature as well. Just going straight off the images of that card there. Let's grab some more cards here. Yeah, I feel like you are Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, there's a cycle. I feel like if you've been doing a whole lot of internal work, maybe you've been reclusing it a little bit, and maybe it's been necessary. Okay. But you also have a King of Pentacles here, and I think this is sort of saying that, along with your Six of Pentacles, is that this is sort of a time now for you to bring in balance, to bring in some grounding, to bring in some body work, to bring in doing something practical with your hands. And it's interesting that, yeah, we have this pairing of air and earth elements here as well, right at the start of your reading. Okay, Ace of Pentacles or earth, Ace of Swords or air. Okay, so it's mind and body. Okay. So I think you're going to be doing some more grounding to balance things out. And this is part of it's like you're going to have to, after doing mind introspective analysis work, whatever it is that you're doing here, Aquarius, you need to kind of, jump off that treadmill and then jump onto the treadmill of physical activity. Not saying you have to use the treadmill, I'm saying using it as a metaphor. So it's like, jumping onto that for a bit, doing some maybe mind, body, breath work, okay, and then going back into your work, whatever that is. And yeah, I mean, this could be a challenge as well, an area of the challenge, and that is that there's something about this sword energy that maybe you're having to hold yourself there in terms of, you've got analysis or you've got a job to do, but I think at times it's feeling restrictive. And really the Page of Swords is here to say for you to get curious as to, and using your mind and your intellect here, Aquarius, to figure out ways that you can sort of create more balance in your daily routine, in your weekly routine, as well. Let's have a look at some spirit guidance. Yeah, you are fixed air, Aquarius. So I guess at times, if you are doing mind work, it's probably, very enjoyable and you're probably getting, a lot out of it. But at times I think it's, or maybe there are external demands that you're having to meet with regard to that. But I feel like at times you are feeling restricted by it in some way of thinking. Wow. And here we have, the interesting thing is that you're not a stranger to high consciousness, Aquarius, and Spirit's putting this in here. Ace of Swords again, which was in the start of your reading, is if you're using your mind in an analytical way, you can also use it in the way of higher consciousness. So doing some meditation and figuring out and doing some breath work, which we've already mentioned, mind, body, breath, and figuring out the ways, and even meditating on the ways in which you can create more balance, which is your underlying theme. The energy that you're putting in, if you're not receiving energy back from whatever it is that you're doing, then it could be a good idea to look at adding in some other activities in your life that are going to rejuvenate you, to boost your energy up, okay? And you have this here. The Magician is talking about external resources as well as internal resources. So what is it in your environment, your home, maybe people you know, maybe there's something that you can do. But the thing is, with this higher consciousness, this is we have the call again, okay? This is the Awakening card in this deck. We had that already in your reading as well, in the general direction moving forward. So I think it's sort of Spirit saying that the call is really for you to find the means and ways that you can add more joy in. Okay, 3 of Cups here. And maybe going outside and looking at the stars, doing some stargazing or something like that. Or contemplating, you know, high frequency connections. If you feel you have friends in high frequencies, you know, in other galactic collectives, you know, getting involved in that somehow could be another thing. And yeah, so it's about using your high consciousness in different ways. I love the staircase here. Because I think, Aquarius, that whilst you are probably really great at using your mind and really focusing on a task, I'm feeling like this reading is sort of saying that you could also benefit from, and you know, take it if it resonates, you can also benefit from doing some grounding work, you know, maybe some tree hugging, going out in nature, something like that. Here we have the crystal yellow dragon. Opens you to higher learning and wisdom. And I think this is really about you tuning in and going, look, you know, asking yourself, Aquarius, how do you feel health and well-being wise? You know, do you feel okay? You know, are you happy doing what you're doing? Does it feel restrictive? Do you feel that you need to do other things to elevate your frequency, to move you into joy, fulfillment, mind, body, oneness, maybe, you know, using breath awareness and really addressing your nervous system? Because I feel like this 9 of Swords here is about that you are being called to look at your nervous system at this time, okay? And if things don't feel great, what are you going to do? And using your wisdom here to figure out ways to improve that. So you could definitely call on the crystal yellow dragon. Underneath here it says, expand your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. Yeah, and that's the holistic mind, body, spirit, okay? Not just the mind. It's the body, the spirit, the joy, the emotions as well, everything, okay? Because, you know, you have here underlying theme is the 6 of Pentacles. You're wanting to create balance. You're wanting to create this reciprocity between your energy out and the energy in that's giving you a boost, that's feeling you, lifting you up. 2 of Swords. Yeah, there could be some decisions or a decision point here. And maybe you've been thinking about creating a better balance for yourself. But I feel like, you know, this could be Spirit saying, well, you know, it is possible to sit on the fence about something with regard to something for quite a long time. But then it gets to the point of perhaps, you know, tuning into your higher consciousness or the deep knowing, your divine feminine, rather than looking at using pure logic to make a decision. Actually, she has a blindfold, and often the 2 of Swords has that. So it could be about using your intuition to make a decision. And as I pulled this up, straight underneath, we have the Justice. So yeah, it's like aligning yourself with your intuitive, really tuning into intuitively what you feel you need to do, Aquarius, which you could already be doing. Okay. The Tower. Yeah, so sometimes that thing about balance is like if for whatever reason we find it too difficult to make the internal changes or make those internal decisions that we need to, sometimes situations are changed for us and we need to, via the Tower here. In other words, something can change in your external environment, and before you know it, you're doing the thing that you were trying to decide to do because of something else that happened. Okay, so that could be something in there as well. An example of that is if we're burning the candle at both ends, working hard, and you're thinking about taking a break, but you don't take a break, and then down the track you become ill. Okay, the body is sort of, then you have to slow down, you have to stop. Okay, that's an example of something happening that's changing your situation so that you need to then address or take that rest. That's just an example. I'm not saying that's going to happen, right? Here we have the Devil. So yeah, I think this is the workaholic energy, because I feel like there's something that you are very focused in on at the moment, Aquarius, and Spirit could be just saying to be aware of overworking to create more balance. Your underlying theme is to create balance, okay? And you have the resources at your disposal to do that. The Chariot, yeah. And this is interesting because I think once that balance is created for yourself, or more balance is created, I think it's going to give you a sense of that you feel stronger, that you have a stronger foundation that's going to really help you to move forward with more energy and feeling more supported. So this could also be a call for you to gather more supports around at this time. And also that, life is a journey, and we're always kind of reevaluating, reassessing, making the tweaks that we need to make, and then moving forward in new ways, okay? And this is sort of what the Chariot is saying. And it's also what the Wheel of Fortune is saying here in your outcome, is that, sometimes we move headlong into something, then it gets to a situation or a phase where, okay, we need to either create more balance, pull back a little bit, and then we can move forward again, okay? So, yeah. Let's grab a Lemurian Star Child Oracle for you as well. Way of Pearls. Wow, yeah, this is beautiful. Way of Pearls. Underneath here it says liminal space. So this could be about creating more space for yourself. Okay, Aquarius. New energies, trust, and time of growth. And this is what the Chariot is saying here. This often talks about personal growth and development, the Chariot. And I feel like this idea of creating balance, even fine-tuning the balance in your life, if you feel you've got an okay balance, Aquarius, maybe there's something about that you feel could be even better, okay? So this is, and that if you can improve that, possibly there's potential here for you to, move into, a greater sense of your spiritual awakening, perhaps more joy and higher consciousness. Maybe this is a call for you to step into some higher consciousness energies as well. Yeah, new energies, okay. Higher consciousness energies and that liminal space. So it's really just taking that time between things and just kind of being, being with yourself. So, yeah. There we have it, Aquarius. I hope that's been helpful. Yeah, I look forward to your next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.